Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah. In previous chapter, if you remember, what is the process of making laws in the state? And what is the procedure of making laws? And how to make the laws? But before that, someone should be there to frame the laws and someone should be there to implement the laws. These are all we came across. Just I want to rewind a few points about the previous chapter, what we have learnt in that. So normally, just let me know how many houses are there in the state assembly. We came across in the previous chapter, how many houses? Normally in the House of Parliament, how many houses?
Two.
Two houses. What are they?
Member of Legislative Council.
That I am talking about Parliament. Upper house and lower house will be there.
Okay.
Lower house will be called as Lok Sabha.
Okay.
Upper house is Rajya Sabha. In the same way, even we discussed about, when we discussed about state assembly, even in state assembly also two houses will be there. One is legislative assembly, another one is legislative council. Okay.
Okay.
So, how many states are there? 28 states are there. So, do you think all 28 states are running with the two houses of assembly? No. So, you forgot about each and everything what we discussed in previous class.
No.
So, out of 28 states, only 6 states are running with two houses, that is legislative assembly and legislative council. So, the members of legislative assembly will be elected and selected by whom? By the government or by the people?
Elected and selected by people.
By people. Okay, because our country is said to be what? Democratic country. Okay, so being a democratic country, being a citizen of India, every person is having a right and a choice to elect and select
By
a
the
person
people.
as their leader according to their choice and according to their convenience. Okay, so finally, how they will elect? They will elect, there will be a process where the elections will be, which is called as elections, and these elections will be announced by the Election Commission of India. What is the exact date of polling? Polling means what? Where the people will go to certain centers and they will vote for their leader through a system which is called as ballot system or voting system. Such kind of process is called as elections, and that date will be decided by whom? By the Election Commission of India. By the Election Commission of India. So, they will announce one particular date, and the people, those who are standing in politics, those who are nominated themselves as leaders of the state, each and every leader will go to each and every place, door to door, and they will canvass themselves. They will inform about them. If my government, if we form the government, we are here to fulfill your requirements or demands or so on and so forth. Okay, like we will provide free electricity, or else will provide, when you people are working in your own fields, at that time when electrical work is going on, will give free current, like that. Some guarantees will give by the people, those who nominated in the elections, those who are presenting, making them to stand in the elections. So finally, elections are over through voting system, and result also have come. Out of 500, out of 119 constituencies are there in Telangana district, as we came to know in previous lesson. Out of 119, if any one party won majority seats, if any political party won the majority seats in assembly, probably that particular party will form the government. What they will form?
Government.
They will form the government. So, before going to formation of the government, Suppose take for example party A is there. I don't want to stress or else I don't want to take any party's name here. Just we'll go with A, B, C, D or X, Y, Z. Okay. So party A, B, C, D, 4 parties are there. Out of all, party A won majority seats out of 119 constituencies. So suppose take for example 75 seats they have won. These 75 party people will meet together, will gather together, they'll organize one meeting to discuss out of all whom we have to select as our party leader. That segment will discuss among them. Okay, so out of all the members, they'll select any one person and that person will be appointed by whom? Will be appointed by the governor, and that particular person will be called as Chief Minister of the state.
Okay.
Okay, so once if the Chief Minister's appointment was done by the governor, rest of the persons also, they will select a few people as the ministers for various departments. So can you tell me any one or two departments, what kind of departments existed in the government?
Finance department,
Yes,
police department,
yes.
um,
Ours is what?
educational department,
Yeah, so on and so forth.
water
Okay,
department,
water,
electricity
irrigation department, nothing but roads and building department will be there, panchayat raj department will be there. Okay, so for each and every, in the way your teachers are appointed to take different subjects, only one teacher is teaching all subjects for you?
No.
No. So social I am teaching. Okay. Maths, one more teacher. Telugu, one teacher. Hindi, one teacher. English, games, like that. For each and every segment, there will be a particular person who will take charge of that particular subject. In the same way, even in the government also, once the government was formed, they'll select one person as their leader who is appointed by the governor, and that person will be called as Chief Minister, and rest of the persons also, rest of the people, even the governor will select few people as the ministers for various departments. Because one single person cannot run the show. Suppose take for example, when we are watching film, only hero, heroine, these two characters will be there, or apart from these two, any other characters also are there?
More than characters in film.
More characters will be there, because taking two persons in a film, producer is not going to earn the money, and even public also will not watch the movie. Some content should be there in a film, some interesting characters should be there in a film apart from hero and heroine. Okay, so villain also will be there. When hero is there, what is the opposite character? Villain. So two characters will be there. Few people are in favor of villain and few people are in favor of hero. So these are the common scenario will happen in each and every film. So it's a teamwork. Only cameraman will hold the camera and you do your action. It is not enough. Having a camera, holding camera person is not enough. Camera and cameraman unte saripotunda? It is not enough. Behind that, so many other things were there which will be in use. So each and every department, like production department will be there. Production department means what? The people, those who are acting in such film, their main duty is to arrange, to look after their lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever it is. That is called as production department. Cameraman will be there. He has to look after the environment, whether he is getting any disturbance or not while recording the session, everything. Okay. So costume designer will be there. Scene to scene they have to change the costumes. Costumes in the sense clothes, which they have to wear one after the other scene. And makeup man also will be there, because hours together no one will act. Hours together no one will teach. Hours together no one will continue. No one will do any kind of work. They need some break. So during that break, see, morning when we are coming to school, everybody's face is looking so fresh. Okay. By the evening, what is the condition of our faces?
Very dull.
Very dull. will become dull. Because why I am telling, it is highly impossible for anyone and for everyone to continue with the same energy levels throughout the day. Okay, so here also one person cannot run or cannot watch all the issues, cannot watch all the problems, and cannot run the total government. So that's the reason the way your teachers are appointed to take different subjects, in the same way government is also selecting, after formation of the government, the chief minister and governor will select a few people as the ministers for each and every department. So education department minister will look after whatever the files related to education. Roads and building minister, he will look into that. Okay, Gram Panchayat minister, what he will do? He has to visit all the villages wherever problems are there. If any problem is there for farmers, for water facility, whatever it is, he has to look after. Okay, irrigation department, irrigation department also. Irrigation means what? Water. So building of canals, construction of dams. If any government decided to construct any dam near to any village, they have to take a permission even from the villagers also, because the construction of dam, there may be two possibilities will be there. One, positive energy will be there, and one more, negative. Advantage will be there, at the same time disadvantage also will be there. While constructing the dam, what happens, the water facility will be, the water flow will continue to their fields. That is advantage point of view. Okay. So suppose, take for example, if any village, 40 to 50,000 people will be there. So when government decided to construct any dam near that village, probably those villagers has to vacate their village and they have to leave that place, which is highly impossible, because some years together they are residing there. It's like their hometown. Okay, if anyone is coming to you, yours is a own house. If anybody is coming and forcefully, if they are asking you to vacate your house, are you ready to vacate?
No.
No. Why you are not ready to vacate?
Because if I'm going to out, where can I live?
Yeah, that is the secondary thing. First and foremost point, that is your own house.
Yes.
No one is having any right to vacate from your own house. Okay, they should not send, they don't have any right. In the same way, when irrigation department decided to construct any dam near any village, so further, if any consequences are going to be, if any problems are going to get to that village, obviously that certain department will ask those villagers to vacate that place, and they'll ask to leave from that place, where villagers are not ready for that, because it is like their hometown. From the decades, from their grandparents, years together, they are living in one place. When all of a sudden, if government is asking them to vacate from their own place, probably no one will ready to leave. But there is a way, there is an alternative where a government can do. Instead of vacating, when they are asking those 50,000 people from some place, something they have to give compensation to all those villagers. Compensation means what? They have to allot a place where they can build, or else they have to construct even houses for them in place of vacating houses in those places. So something should be there, something should they have to plan by the government when they are asking to vacate few villages from particular place. All of a sudden, where they will go? They'll be on the roads along with their everything. Okay, so not to happen such things, if government decided it is very mandatory and it is very compulsory and it is very important to construct any dam, definitely that place is needed, and the people, those who are near to that dam, the people, those who are near to that village, near to that particular place, definitely when floods will come, these village people will going to affect. So not to face such kind of unknown things in future, the government is asking people to vacate that place. So by giving compensation to them, That will be one of the way where they can do a favor to the villagers. Like this, various departments will be there in the government. This is comes under irrigation department, the example what I gave. Okay, and Shishu Sankshema Patakalu, even for welfare of women and children also, there will be a minister. Okay, like at present I think Konda Sureka, Stri Sisu Sankshema Sakha Mantri. Okay, likewise each and every departments are there, and these are all we came across in the previous lesson. Now, to look after if any problems are facing in the society by the women and children, so particular minister will be there who is called as the state Stri Sisu Sankshema Shakha Mantri, Konda Sureka. So she will look after about the problems of the women. So once the formation of the government election was done and majority of the people won in the elections, okay, they secured lot of seats out of 119. So they gathered together and they selected one leader, one person as their leader, and that leader will be appointed by governor who is called as chief minister, and the chief minister also will frame his own cabinet ministers, which is called as cabinet. Okay, so after completion of the selection and election and appointment of the ministers for various departments, now the time has come to make the laws. Okay, so what is the procedure of making laws we came across? Out of all the ministers, out of all the members, any one minister will stand and he will discuss, he will prepare one law, and he will discuss, he seeks permission from the rest of the people of the house so that he can introduce that request or bill. Later, total members of the house will discuss whatever that minister seeking permission to make a bill. Suppose take for example smoking. That is universal problem. Wherever you go, this problem will continue forever, right? So we have to stop that smoking. So smoking is injurious to health, right? So minister wants to put a full stop beside smoking, stopping of cigarettes and everything, but it will never happen because the maximum revenue is coming from these two departments, liquor and smoking, cigarette, to the government. So that's the reason they won't abolish completely. But who has to take the initiative? The public, those who are smoking, the public, those who are drinking. So if people like we should decide, if we'll stop smoking, if we stop taking alcohol, automatically the society will prosper. Okay, but the maximum people are not in such a way to avoid. So that will continue forever. So here what happened, the minister of that particular department, he'll make the bill to prohibit smoking in public areas. So probably whatever the bill he wants to introduce in the house of the assembly, rest of the ministers or rest of the members of the house will sit on that and they will discuss together. And legislative council is also one of the house, as I said, of the assembly. That bill will goes to legislative council. Those members also will discuss whether to pass this bill or not, and finally that will go to whom? That will go to who is the head of the state? First man of the
Chief
state.
Minister.
No, first man of the state. Governor.
Governor, okay.
The way president is the first citizen of India in the state, governor will be the first person. So after discussion was happened by both the houses of the members of assembly, straight away that bill will goes to governor. So governor will, it means the members are seeking permission from governor. So governor will look into that. Okay, this is the minister wants to make this bill as a law. So this is for the welfare of the society, for the good sake of public only, in the interest of public. So I need to pass the bill that smoking should be prohibited. So once if that bill got permission from the governor, then later that bill become law. That bill become law. So this is the process of making of laws. Now, ministers formed, chief minister formed, various departments people are selected, and each and every department ministers also selected, and what the minister's responsibility depends on their, according to their department, they have to pass the bill to make the laws, okay, they have to discuss together. Now the total process has been done by the members. Now a simple example I'll give you. Your mama cooked rice, she prepared even curry also, she prepared sambar, rasam, whatever is necessary. Once if the cooking was over, what we have to do? What you people are generally doing after completion of her cooking?
Eating.
The process of eating will be there.
Yes.
So you have to eat whatever she cooked. Okay, that is called as what? Execution or implementation. What is that? Execution or implementation. So here, what I mean to say here, if any bill is passed and if any bill was converted or turned into a law, now the point comes to the implementation. Now the point comes to implementation. So implementation means what? How to execute that law, how to implement that law, how to use that law otherwise. Okay, so let us discuss about our topic, implementation of laws in the district. In the district wise, okay,
Okay.
implementation of laws in the district. There we came to know making of laws in the state, and whatever the laws prepared by the state assembly, how to implement all those laws in the district level, that will come to know in the next session.